Mondays are new. Oh, Yorkshire geek got stories for you. Favorite tricks beyond town's grass. Popcorn adventures on time. Magnificent Mondays with fire in our veins. Cinematic journeys, memories and change. Geeky passion flowing pure and strong. In this world we all belong. Movies that war and stories that fight. From battles in space to tears in the eye. Epic tales, join those blasts. Trumpet tells, join the quest. Magnificent Mondays with fire in our veins. Cinematic journeys, memories and change. Geeky passion flowing pure and strong. In this world we all belong. Movies that war and stories that fight. From battles in space to tears in the eye. Epic tales, join those best. Drop the couch, join the quest. Magnificent Mondays with fire in our veins. Cinematic journeys, memories and change. Geeky passion flowing pure and strong. In this world we all belong. Lights dim, low screens aglow. Troy takes us where dreams flow. Action heroes, villains, dark night. Every scene, heart still light. Geek myths, giants rise and fall. Time machines, epic brawls. Mondays they grew with teach light. Fantasy realms to infinite heights.
Why am I so small? I don't know. There we go. Hey up, it's Steve from Old Yorkshire Geek, and welcome to episode 79 of Superman the movie from 78. We're doing this in honour of Gene Hackman, who passed away recently. But there we go. It's getting weird, isn't it, that story? But anyway. So, one of my favourite films of all time. It's one of those special movies that I talk about, 2001, Planet of the Apes, etc. Films like that I think are a little bit special, a cut above the rest. But before we start, Win Grace is here saying, I figured out I keep missing your stuff. I didn't take into account your lack of time change. Yes, your clocks went forward, didn't they, over in America, over the weekend. Ours don't go forward until the 30th of March, I think it is. So we're behind. So all those times, they'll all be dual hally for a couple of weeks anyway. And Justin's here saying hello, and also, yes, rest in peace, both him and his wife, and one of his dogs, yes. It's very sad. pardon me, and very weird what's happened there. Anyway, my cats are starting. Princess has just opened the door, wide open, letting all the cold air in. Like the Fortress of Solitude in here now. But anyway, where were we? Before we start, don't forget, like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. Right, we're live on YouTube, fingers crossed. Yes, we are. We're live on Rumble. Yes, we are. And we should be live on Twitch. Yes, we are. Point. Right, explore the description for links for stuff like me books. If I can pick the buggers up. Here they are. Me books, Mercury Rapids, light-hearted sci-fi action adventure about UFOs and stuff, and Silent Predator, short horror novella, look, it's only little, short horror novella about genetically engineered big cats feasting on the inhabitants of a North Yorkshire village. And this dog, yes, also, yes, very strange and sad. And Wingray says, did you fix your TV? Is that logo in front of it? No, it's growing out of the alien's head, isn't it? No. I sorted it out. It was just throwing, the other day when I couldn't use it, it was just, I don't know what we're up with it, but it seems fine now. For how long, I don't know, but it just seems fine. I just switched it off, and it must have reset something, and when I turned it back on, it was fine. So, anyway, and President-elect Jackie Bird is in, saying, yo, back at you. Where were we? Links in the description for my books, merch, which I'm not wearing, apart from my hat, but you can't get that. What else? My websites, I can't remember. Not my Patreon, because I've shut that down, never mind. I'm all a dither, I don't know. But anyway, right, so, and other stuff. Become a member, then you can join in the live chat, get exclusive videos and early access videos, such as the Sunday night appointment with Thea, which I've done for the last 2 Sundays. They're exclusive to the members for a while. Jackie Bird says Christopher Reeves was the greatest Superman. Yes, he was. He's no longer with us either, is he? But the film being made that long ago, a lot of the cast are no longer with us. But Christopher Reeves, another tragedy, wasn't it? Another tragedy went before his time. Anyway, right, so, Superman. Everybody knows this film. If you haven't seen it, where have you been since 1978? Unless you were born after, but whatever. Directed by Richard Donner, written by Mario Puzo and a few others, but everybody just thinks of Mario Puzo. Starring, obviously, Christopher Reeve, Marlon Brando, Gene Hackman, who get billing above Christopher Reeve, but never mind. Ned Beatty, Jackie Cooper, Glenn Ford, Trevor Howard, Margot Kidder as Lois Lane, Valerie Perrine, I'm probably mispronouncing that wrong, and various others. Maria Schell, Terence Stamp, Sarah Douglas, Jack Halloran. Oh, I nearly forgot his name then. Who else? And Susanna York, who plays his mother, Superman's mother. Where were we? At a budget at the time, so this is 1978 money, $55 million. I think it was one of the highest budgeted films ever at the time. Maybe the one, I don't know. Did 300 million at the box office. If it were made today, I looked it up. 55 million in 1978 would today be $268 million. So it'd have been a hefty sum today, wouldn't it, for a film? Is that about it? Yeah, let's just get on with it, shall we? Let's just get on with it. We'll dive into it. I didn't watch it today, so we're going in. I don't know the last time I watched it. It must be at least a year ago. So I didn't get a chance. I was too busy playing blooming Red Dead Redemption and didn't get round to it. We're watching the extended version, by the way. So we could be here a while. We go through a series of stills. Because we can't just play the film because YouTube will go mental and take me, stop the stream and give me a copyright strike and all that stuff. So we're going to go through it in a series of stills. Maybe play the odd snippet as we go. And I'll try and remember stuff about it. By the way, I've got the Blu-ray set, But in there, it's just the theatrical version. Somewhere I have got the extended version on disc. Maybe on DVD, I don't know. But I can't find it. I've put it somewhere safe and I don't know where I've put it. But the Blu-ray's rubbish. It's only the theatrical version and there's nothing on it. Special features. Well, no, I'm lying. There is. There's a commentary from somebody I don't care about, the producers. I don't hear from them. I hear from Richard Donner and people like that. And there's like a made-for-TV from the time it came out, behind-the-scenes thing, making of Superman, which I'm not interested in. But I did watch Oliver Harper's retrospective of Superman, so go and subscribe to him on YouTube. He does some good videos. Right, off we go. I'll make myself titty-tiny. Now we'll get the film up. Oh, hang on, I've got to do that answer. There we go. Is it that one? Yeah. Right. Well, I will add it to the screen. And off we go. There we go. Good old Warner Brothers. Here we go. Right. Superman, the movie. Although it's just technically just Superman. But all the posters and stuff say Superman, the movie. But it just says Superman in the film, doesn't it? And why we begin, we're in 1938. We begin with some curtains. I did see it at the cinema, but we're a long time ago, and I can't really remember. But I imagine that probably looked amazing at the cinema, these curtains, because back in my day, cinemas had curtains. They don't have them now, do they? Oh, not round here, they don't. Anyway, so here we go. It's where we learn about Superman. Well, not Superman. We learn about the Depression and all that stuff. And the Daily Planet was a great metropolitan newspaper whose reputation for truth and honesty, blah blah blah, was a beacon for the city of Metropolis. And then we're gonna fly over the Daily Bugle and head out into space past the moon. Look, and the curtains are going to go wide. Are you ready? Here they go. Din din din. Oh, that's too there we go, and we're off. I'll do sound effects for you. Din din din. Copyright claim. Din 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 din. So here we go. Hang on, who's that? We're starting off. There we go. Marlon Brando gets top billed, even though he's only in 10 minutes. I think he was the highest paid actor ever at this point for his 10 minutes that he's in it. He got 1 million space bucks. And we're a bit of a problem on set. But there we go. Marlon Brando. Oh, for Pete's sake. Marlon Brando. We should have Gene Hackman there. Gene Hackman. Christopher Reeve don't get a look in yet, because then we set a Richard Donner film. There we go. No Christopher Reeve yet. And then here we go. We see that. Here it comes. Are you ready? Oh, sod it. Let's just play this bit. There, that'll do. Superman, and it does actually say just Superman. There we go. It doesn't say Superman the movie. Right, so we're off. Christopher Reeve gets his. Where's Christopher Reeve? There he is. There, Christopher Reeve gets his credit there. Third billing. Marlon, problem. And there are stories out there that he wanted Jor-El to look like a donut. What? That's the story, isn't it? Anyway. Right, so off we go. We're flying through space. We're heading towards Krypton, although we don't know that yet. We've seen all the rest of the cast. It's all cool because it's all going as the music's playing. There is a particularly good one if we get to it, but I can never remember which one it is. It does 3 at once. Oh, I'm knocking my cameras. But it does 3 at once, and it's all exciting and dynamic, but I can't remember which one it is. Anyway, no, I've missed it. I've gone past it, haven't I? Which one is it? See if I can find it. Music by John with a sparkler goes by. Look. Come on, which one is it? Is it this one? It might be this one. It's this one. Right, we'll play this one. For some reason, I really like this one because it does 3 at once. I don't know. I just like it. I bet we've got a copyright thing already. I'm going to check, make sure we're okay. Yeah, we're all right. Shush. Right. So anyway, off we go. Tom Mankiewicz, there we go. Creative consultant. I think he's worked on a lot of Bond films, hasn't he, Tom Mankiewicz? Particularly in the 60s and maybe early 70s, I'm not sure. I'm sure he has. I could be wrong. I'm going to check. I'm just going to check, see if I'm not Mandela affecting myself. Is he here in the list? Where is he? Oh, crack, I'm yawning again. I'm doing this last night, wasn't I? Bloody yawning. Christ. Maybe it's getting a bit much for me. I'm going to have to look it up. Cast and crew on IMDb. Tom Mankiewicz. There he is. Opening new tab. I'm sure he did Bond films. Yes, Man with the Golden Gun and Live and Let Die. Yes, I thought he had done. And Diamonds Are Forever. Yes. Yes. Any others? Writer. There was what I'm looking for. Writer. The Eagle Has Landed as well. He did the screenplay for that. Top film, The Eagle Has Landed. There's just them 3 Bond films. Man with the Golden Gun, Live and Let Die, and Diamonds Are Forever. That was just in the 70s then, so I lied about the 60s, didn't I? Anyway. So there we go. Where were we? Right, we're heading towards Krypton. Here it comes. When it's ready. There it is. The Krypton Sun, the red Krypton Sun. So it's obviously, is it a red giant, a red dwarf? I don't know, but it's a red something, the red Krypton Sun. So here it comes. We're going to go fly by its broiling surface. There it is. Not looking very hot, is it? But never mind. But anyway, we fly over Krypton. John Williams music soaring and all that. All that stuff. Amazing scope. Perhaps his best. Even better than Star Wars and Jaws and all the others he's done in Indiana Jones. I think Superman could be his zenith. Wingray says, probably red matter. No, because it's not J.J. Abrams. God, imagine if J.J. Abrams got his hands on Superman. Christ, he nearly did, didn't he? He nearly did. We dodged a bullet there. Because he'd have it in somehow, wouldn't he? He'd have his red matter in somehow. Anyway, so we're approaching. I presume this is the Krypton capital of Kryptonia or Kryptonopolis. I have no idea. I've never read a Superman comic in my life. I don't know. But anyway, here it is. You see, the Krypton civilization is all based around crystals. Was it in the comics? I have no idea. But anyway, so we're approaching the Millennium Dome. Here it is. I thought this... Oh no, I'm thinking of the beginning of Superman 2, aren't I? Where it shows Zod and Ursa and Non being captured. I think that's the beginning of Superman 2, isn't it? So here we go. Jor-El. This is no fantasy, no careless product of wild imagination. He's putting on a bit of a British accent, by the way, in this. There he is. Good old Marlon Brando. Who's the Godfather? Marlon Brando. That's a Harry Enfield joke. At a christening, the priest is asking, who's the Godfather? Marlon Brando. Anyway, so here we go. So we're at the trial of General Zod, Ursa, and Non. By the way, this is Cryptistan. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. You might be right. I have no idea. Oh dear. So anyway, so here we are. So there they are, imprisoned in a spinning thingamabob, with the council members in big faces looking round at them. It does look amazing, by the way. That's Terence Howard there, isn't it? I think it is. There's also, what do they call him? There's one that's friendly towards Jor-El. That's him there, and I forgot his bloody name. I can see his face. Hang on. I'll just look him up. I know his name when I see it, won't I? And it wasn't Jack Halloran, by the way. It's Jack O'Halloran. So I got that wrong, didn't I? Anyway, Harry Andrews. That's what I'm thinking of. Stamp. Terence Stamp's there. Terence Stamp. The great Terence Stamp. And Sarah Douglas, we met her. Me and my son at a convention. So now she knows that my son's favourite animal is the honey badger, because when it attacks you, it goes for your privates first, and they were telling her all this. What? You said Howard. No, I'm on about him. Harry Andrews. I'm on about Trevor. Did I say Terence? I meant Trevor. Trevor Howard. There's Trevor Howard there. Not Terence. Did I say Terence? I meant Trevor. There he is, Trevor Howard. I'm sure I said Trevor. Did I? I don't know. Who knows? I can't even understand what I say. Anyway, whatever. Right, so they're being judged. Pronounced judgment. Because we're going to find them all guilty. But first we're introduced to them, this mindless aberration who just does violence and stuff. Apparently he's a lovely fella, apparently. And there we go, Sarah Douglas, you may know from V and People That Time Forgot, and loads of other stuff. She plays Ursa. Why is she named after a bear? No idea, but anyway. She likes badgers. Does Ursa, for some reason. But we see more about that in the second film. And then General Zod, there he is. Tasked with the security of Krypton itself. But he wanted to rule, there we go, as absolute ruler. So they all find him guilty. There they are going around, guilty. The decision of the council will now be heard. Here we go. Guilty. They're all doing impressions of Churchill for some reason. Guilty. But Jor-El has the, or is it Jor-El, however you want to pronounce it, has the deciding vote, and it's got to be unanimous. So Zod says, whichever way, if he finds them guilty, he will hold Jor-El responsible, and not only him, his heirs. And then they're going to go into, I wish I'd have. Oh, hang on, just a minute. Just bear with me a minute, see if I can find it. Hang on. Where's my torch? I need my torch, hang on. Just talk amongst yourselves for a sec. God, I wonder if they got the idea for what's going to happen in a minute from this album cover that I'm going to show you. Anyway, well, they're no nuclear man, but they'll have to do. That's Superman 4, isn't it? Who had Gene? Well, I think he did. I think he had Gene Hackman's voice, didn't he? Did Nuclear Man, I think. Yes, they're going into the Phantom Zone. Any minute now, here it comes. He's going to say. It doesn't actually say guilty, but the thing glows, so I presume that means guilty. There we go. So off he goes. They're saying, I will blame you. And here comes. It's a bit, of a waste of stuff in it. The whole thing just opens up. It's a proper Thunderbirds thing, isn't it? Anyway, here it comes. Here it comes. You saw it there in the distance. The Phantom Zone. Here it comes. Looks a bit different in Supergirl, doesn't it, the Phantom Zone? But never mind. Anyway, so right, anyway, there we go. There we go. They're inside now. I'll pause it there like that. I wonder if they got the idea for that from this album. Queen, Sheer Heart Attack. Look, with the band members on it, going. Queen are in the Phantom Zone. Bet they did. Because that came out in 1974, 4 years before this film, right? Anyway, so there they are. They're trapped in the Phantom in a piece of glass. So they're all being mimes now. Help! I'm trapped in a little box. I'm in the Phantom Zone. In the corner. So there they go. Anyway, help me! So off they go. I shall return, and they will in the second film. I think they're supposed to return at the end of this film, weren't they? Originally, that was the plan, but the producers decided to postpone it till the beginning of the second film. Anyway, so they're all congratulating themselves in their clothes made out of the stuff that cinema screens are made of, whatever that material is, because it's very reflective and they just shone lights on them to make them look all glowy. And I think this is the first time. It might even, maybe I've seen it somewhere, I don't know, that this might have been a good thing that Marlon Brando came up with, but I'm sure that I read somewhere or saw somewhere that it was his idea for the S to be the symbol of the House of Jor-El or the House of El or whatever, and so they design other symbols for everybody else. I think I've read that somewhere. I could be wrong. Win Grace is probably getting angry with me now because he knows all about comics. But anyway, so they're all congratulating that, but they've got to go to more pressing matters, such as Jor-El's prediction that Krypton will explode in 30 days. Is there something like that? As I said, yeah, not given to wild, unsupported statements. By the way, it's famously known that he didn't learn his lines. He didn't like to learn his lines. He was famously lazy, wasn't he, Marlon Brando? An amazing actor, but famously lazy. He didn't like learning his lines, so he had his lines on, cue cards, idiot boards, whatever you want to call them. Sometimes on props. I think there's even one scene where his lines are written on the baby that he holds, baby Kal-El. His lines are on the baby. But anyway. So as I was telling them, they've got to evacuate the planet. Oh, that's, what's-her-face? Maria Schell. She doesn't agree. She's a scientist. There you go. He's saying this planet will explode in 30 days. And she says the planet's simply shifting its orbit. Simply. But anyway. Scientist said that about the Earth. The Earth's simply shifting its orbit. Don't panic. Again, it's that thing, isn't it, with Leslie Nielsen in front of the fireworks factory all exploding. Don't panic, it's fine. But anyway. But he is, I forgot his name already, Harry Andrews. He said, be nice, be reasonable. He says, my friend, I have been nothing but reasonable. Wingate says, well, blowing up sounds like fake news. Yeah. He's just a conspiracy theorist, which is essentially what they said to him, don't they? There you go. Trevor Howard, not Terence Howard. This isn't Iron Man. Trevor Howard says, this discussion is terminated. As I said, they're all doing impressions of Churchill for some reason. So they warn him, they tell him that if you go around spreading all this nonsense and getting people scared, you'll be charged with sedition. And so he says, you accuse me of sedition, etc. Says, all right, well, neither me nor my wife will leave Krypton. They don't say, what about that kid that you've just had? What about him? Anyway, see ya. So off he goes. There we go, meet the lovely Susanna York as Lara. Is that the call? I think it is, isn't it? With young Kal-El there in his blanket that will become his uniform, because it's all the colours, isn't it, that's in his Superman outfit. So here we go, they're sticking him in his dandelion clock thing, looks like one, doesn't it? Or Carl Sagan's ship in Cosmos, it looks like that, doesn't it? Yes, Lara, that's her name. So they're sending him to Earth, but she's not happy with it because she's racist. Look, she says, they're primitive, thousands of years behind us, but he will look like one of them. Anyway, and they say, who will defy their gravity? Because she just knows, I don't know. It's to do with our sun, isn't it? I don't know. How does our sun give Superman his powers? Don't know. Just does. Anyway, so it's where we're learning that to become, invulnerable and super fast, etc. It's putting all the crystals in with all the information from all the known, the 28 known galaxies or whatever it is. But here we're learning that he's using energy, and they're on to him now. The the Kryptonian Council. There we go, there's a fella there. Some sort of Kryptonian stormtrooper. So they're going to send them to get him. But before that happens, rumblings start. His body stores solar radiation like a battery, totally safe. So it's cool. So it's like a solar panel. He is the ultimate. What's the? I can't remember the phrase now. What they call it now? What they call solar power and wind power and all that. I can't remember. I've gone blank. Never mind. He's the ultimate expression of that, isn't it? Right, so they stick the kid in there. Off he goes. They go, "You will travel far, my little Kal-El." Anyway, so they're sending him off, and they said the rumblings have started. So stuff's happening. Here they come. When they get on with it. And he puts the green one in, the green crystal in. There it is. There's the green crystal. So that's the key to everything, isn't it? The green crystal. Why? It just is, don't know. Anyway, look, it's all kicking off now. Ah, no, what's happening? And so he sends off his very pointy ship. Off it goes. Why didn't he fit a thing on the roof? Because it just smashes through the ceiling. Does his ship? Didn't he have time to fit a door or whatever? Obviously not. But anyway, off it goes. Because it does that. Look, you ready? I knew he did it eventually. So off he goes, off into space. He's going to show it. There he goes. There he goes. But let's say all the crystals are they growing? I don't know what's going on. But all these crystals are just pushing through the city, and it's all being destroyed. I don't know what's happening, but it's impressive. Someone's going to come through the floor here now. Or it was doing. There we go. All that's happening. By the way, filmed all over the place. Hang on. Where is Supergirl? She's on Argo City, isn't she? Somewhere, isn't she? Yeah, she's in Argo. Well, in the film Supergirl, she's in Argo City, and I don't know. Do they know about the destruction of Krypton in that? They must have, mustn't they? I don't know. But anyway. Anywho, so it's all kicking off. And all people are going to be falling to their deaths and stuff. Looks all getting destroyed. Oh no, Trevor Howard's caught for it. Anyway, so we see them all. Oh, look, they're all going to be falling and tumbling and all that stuff. Oh, look, the sun's going to consume the planet. Go back a bit because we're going to see. Are we? Falling, and then suddenly it's not only the planet Krypton that explodes, but the star explodes as well. They're going to show it. There we go. Both of them blow up. I don't know if are there any other planets in the Krypton system. I don't know, but the sun and the planet have blown up. Anyway, they don't mention that, do they? Maybe they just thought we'll blow them both up. It'll look cool, but we'll not mention it. Anyway, so off his ship goes. There it goes. Doing beeping and stuff. Sounds like Sputnik or whatever, doesn't it? So off he goes. Passes them. Give him a wave. They're waving at him as he goes by. So they're heading for Earth as well, by the way. In some stories, she was his older cousin, sent to watch over him as he grows up, but she was knocked off course and arrives late. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. But as I said, in Supergirl the movie, she's in Argo City, isn't she? I can't remember why she goes to Earth in that. It's been a while since I've seen it. But I met Helen Slater as well at a convention, twice. I can't remember why she goes to Earth in that. Never mind. I'll have to watch it again at some point. I know it's not very good, but I'll have to watch it. Look, the album cover's doing it again. Look, help me, hey. That's me doing a Freddie Mercury, getting the crowd going. Anyway, whatever. Right, so off he goes. So, well, it's going to be like a 5-year trip or whatever. I presume there's lots of food in there. I don't know. But he's going to get taught everything he knows. by his dad. Does it say dozens of worlds? Oh, 28 known galaxies. I thought it was 28. I got that right. So, and each year he's going to learn something new, apparently. But anyway, right. So he's arriving at Earth now. Here he is. Flies through suns and all this stuff. It's perfectly fine. As soon as it hits the Earth's atmosphere, that's it. It all melts. It flew through a star earlier on. Anyway, here it comes. There it goes. Just like Elon Musk's Starship the other day. Anyway, and then we're going to meet Glenn Ford and I don't know who she is. I can't remember. I've forgotten. Who plays his mother? Where are they? Martha Clark Kent. Why ain't she listed? Where are you? Oh, Mark Kent. Phyllis Thaxter. There we go. Glenn Ford and Phyllis Thaxter. As the Kents. They're driving, and then suddenly there's a big flash, and then somehow it bursts his tyre. I don't know how, but maybe a piece of crystal burst his tyre. But anyway, so he gets out, and he goes, "Oh, that's annoying." And then they look over and notice there's a big blooming crater. There we go, in a field. So they go and investigate. Thankfully, it's not the Blob. It's a naked young boy, which we're gonna have to get by quickly, because you know what YouTube's like. Because full frontal bloody nudity in this. There he is. Hey, bloody thing. Ugly little get, isn't he? Sorry, never mind. It's not an attractive little kid, is it? Who plays young Clark Kent? I'm sorry, you're an ugly kid. Jeff East plays him as a teenager, baby Clark Kent. Aaron Smolinski. Sorry, Aaron, you're an ugly kid. You what? Anyway, so she's it looks like an evil Clark Kent. It looks like a kid from bloody I forgot the name of that film now. The one with the evil kid with superpowers. I did it on Friday Night Upon with Fear a while ago. Brightburn. Like the kid from that. Anyway. He's changing the wheel on the thing. And they're going to keep the kid. They found him in a field. We'll keep him. We'll say he was from my cousin recently died or whatever. But suddenly the truck falls, and we think he's going to get crushed. And but baby Clark Kent, or young Clark Kent, young Kal-El, whatever you want to call him, has picked up the truck and saved his life. Cool. And then we have a massive time jump. Like Jesus, innit? Like Jesus has a big time jump in his stories. Superman's akin to that. Right, so they get the kid and drive off. I assume at some point he goes and retrieves this and sticks it under the barn. Poor guy doesn't know it. He's going to die in a tornado. Yes. Oh, I just noticed that. Just noticed the light goes out in the thing. Look, fades out. Look, the light goes out in his little ship. Didn't notice that before. There it goes. Right, then the time jump. So it's jump forward. I guess it's supposed to be about 18 miles or something like that. So jumped like 13 years or whatever. So that must have been 1965 then. Yeah, when he arrived on Earth. Now it's 19... No, because he's 30 odd in 19... So it's the 50s now, isn't it? I think 18 years pass in this Fortress of Solitude. Oh, I don't bloody know. I can't be bothered working it out. Anyway, so we're at a football match. And there's Clark Kent, played by Jeff East, who I met him at a convention as well, but they don't use his voice. Christopher Reeve does his voice. Apart from, maybe in this extended version, there are some scenes where it's Jeff East's voice, but I couldn't tell you which ones. But anyway, but we learn that he's not part of the team, although he's Superman, essentially. Is the water boy or whatever, isn't he? So there's Lana Lang. this Lana Lang's no, I forgot her name. You know what I'm like with names? Her that plays Lana Lang in Superman 3. She's not her, is she? But anyway. Who plays her in this? Who plays Lana Lang in this? Let's have a look. Diane Sherry Case. That's who Lana Lang is in this. And there's also other fella, isn't there, that's in Superman 3 as well. What do they call him now? Brad. I don't know if he's even in the... Oh, there he is. Brad Flock. Oh, so they use his name as well. Brad's in this, and obviously played by somebody else. In Superman 3. But we can see that he likes Lana Lang, but then here comes Brad and spoils it all. He's knocked all that over, and Clark's got to tidy it up. And off they drive in their 50s automobiles. Off they go, leave Clark to tidy up, and he's not happy. So he's going to kick a football into orbit now. Here he is. Look, he's got a football in his hand. And he's going to just punt it. Punt. Ooh. Really good. I think it's a really good effect, and it's super simple. It was just fired from, I think from under the ground, maybe, or I think it's somewhere there, like an air cannon. They just basically fired it off into the air. And it looks really good. And now he's gonna run. He's gonna race a train, and now this doesn't look good. So here he is running along by this train, and here we go. This is young Lois Lane. Coincidentally, she's going to see Superman because she's going to see this kid running alongside the train. Can you see him in the reflection? Can you see him? I can't see if I can see him. Don't know. But here, speeded up. There's a bit though coming up into where it shows it. Hang on, have I gone? Oh, there we go. It's that, isn't it? They must have him dangling on wires or something, with a truck pulling him along. But it doesn't look good, does it? But it's an in-camera effect, isn't it? I think they've overcranked it a bit as well to make it look a bit faster. Anyway, he's going to jump in front of the train. And this bit here doesn't look great when he stops and turns. They've done it. It's too fast, isn't it? Look, they didn't slow it down, did they? For some reason. Anyway, so the train goes by. She's saying, "Oh, I just saw a boy running really quick," and they don't believe. And this is where we learn it's Lois Lane. Lois, please read your book. There we go. No one ever believes me. So off he is, running off into the distance. You'd think somebody had seen it, wouldn't you, at some point? But I can't imagine that's the first time he's done it. Anyway, they've arrived back. They must live near Clark's farm, I'm guessing. And they see that Clark's there. He's got there in front of him. Look, there he is. There's Clark. He must be in the vehicle that Robbie the Robot uses in Forbidden Planet. 'Cause that leaves a dust trail like that, doesn't it? It goes, voo, 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 voo. Oh, tickled it there. Hey, look, there's Clark. How did you get here before us? I ran, he says. So I told you he was a weirdo. And then Jonathan Kent tells him he's been showing off a bit. Good old Glenn Ford. Always reliable. He's always good in films in Glenn Ford. He's one of those actors, isn't he? But he's going to drop dead now. He's going to have a heart attack. They're going to race you. So I'd be thinking, if I were Clark Kent, it's all my fault because he's I'll race you to the barn or whatever he says. Says, they've got to race you. So he starts running and then has a heart attack. But no tornadoes win grace. There we go. Off he goes. Heart attack. Slumps down. And she says, "Oh, Jonathan." Now, if I were... Because it's been suggested that he can fly. Maybe. Because he says, is a bird showing off when it flies. And so it's kind of suggested maybe that he can fly at this point. We don't know, but there's that intimation. So, if I were Clark, I'd think, sod it. I don't care. My human father, is lying in a critical condition I'm going to fly him to the city, and I don't care who sees me. But he doesn't. He doesn't. He's dead. And then we cut to the funeral. By the way, this was filmed, it's supposed to be in, where is Smallville supposed to be? It's like Kansas, somewhere like that, isn't it? But actually filmed in Alberta in Canada. I've got the filming locations. There we go. Range Road 264, Blackie, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Even give coordinates for Google Earth. The Kent's Farm. Google Earth coordinates. The bit where they were racing the train and where they did the football scene, that were in Barons in Alberta, Canada. And the coming up the cemetery scene is in Bainen, Alberta, Canada. You nearly fell off there, didn't you, Princess, you silly girl? Yes, you don't say no, you nearly did. She just jumped up and skidded across my record player. Because she's a cheeky monkey, aren't you? Anyway, where were we? So they're burying him up on the hill. It's a long way, it's a long walk, isn't it, up to the cemetery? Kind of reminds me of the cemetery for some reason from Poltergeist. I don't know, that were on a hill, wasn't it? But anyway, so they're burying him. Not many people at Jonathan Kent's funeral. Were he not popular? I don't know, but anyway. Right, so there we go. They go back home. And now we get some weird psychic message or whatever coming from the barn. Off he goes. He's going to go and have a look in there. And he's going to find the green crystal. Because it's calling to him. Man, mate. Hey dear. Here it is underneath. Did he know that? Does he know this has been here the whole time? I don't know, but and where's the rest of the ship? What did he do with it? I don't. Maybe he just buried it in that field. I've no idea. Well, did that field belong to Jonathan Kent, or is there another farmer who's like stood scratching his head or whatever, or maybe got taken out by the men in black? I don't know, but whatever. We don't know. There we go. He finds the green glowing crystal. Anyway, so she's calling for Clark. Look, he's having Cheerios. I had some Cheerios last night. How long have Cheerios been around? A long time, haven't they? Because this is I think we're in the 60s now. No, we're in the 50s now, aren't we? Are we? No, the 60s. We're in the 60s now, aren't we? Anyway, she sees he's up on the hill, so it's basically, it may as well just say, Mother, come here, come walk like, a mile and a half, even though you're an elderly lady, up top of this hill. I'm going to tell you I'm buggering off. So that's what she does. Cool music as well, by the way, from John Williams, very emotional music. Look, she's had her walking all that blooming way. The country folk, aren't they? The healthy. He says, I've got to go. And she says, I knew this day would come. And he says he's heading north. North, Miss Tessmacher. That's later. In the second one. So he's going to head north. Just walking, I guess. Or maybe just runs really fast a couple of times. I don't know. We don't see it. But here he is on some glacier. Where's this then? Does it say? Let's have a look. I'm just looking to see. Oh, is this? No. Arctic ice flow. Could that be it? No, that's not. That's a glacier we're looking at there, isn't it? I don't know. I'm guessing this is probably in Canada somewhere as well. It doesn't say. Not that I've found yet. No, it doesn't say. I'll just say Arctic ice flow and exterior entrance to the Fortress of Solitude. Oh, that's on the 007 stage. That's obviously not that, is it? I don't know. British Columbian ice fields, Fortress of Solitude. I have no idea. I don't know where this is. It's not telling me, but it looks very picturesque. Where were we? He's doing a long walk, isn't he? So off he goes. There he is, trekking across a glacier. As when I was a kid, we called them glaciers. Whatever. So he's arrived now on the 007 stage. I don't think we were called that at the time. Or it might have been. I think we were built in 77, wasn't it, for Spy Who Loved Me? Yes, maybe it was. So he's arrived here. It's all salt, by the way, is this. This snow that we're seeing, it's salt. And apparently it kept eating through their boots. So they kept going through lots of boots. The soles of their boots. So anyways, he must know what to do. He must come with an instruction manual, I don't know. But he lobs, there we go, lobs that. And it builds the Fortress of Solitude for him. There we go, out it comes. There we go, growing crystals. So is that what destroyed Krypton, apart from the sun blowing up? Because we saw all these crystals all going all like that, didn't we? And so, was it like cancer that killed Krypton? The crystals growing out of control? I don't know. But anyway, so he's built his Fortress of Solitude now. Come on then. Oh, there you go. There he is. So in he goes. Doesn't need his giant key. I've not read. I've just seen it in a documentary. Apparently, he had a giant, massive key, didn't he? That only Superman could lift. That's what kept the door locked. It doesn't seem to have door locks. It doesn't, because in Superman 2, spoilers, Lex Luthor and his gang, well, Otis and Miss Tessmacher just walk in to his Fortress of Solitude. But anywho, so here he is. He's arrived, and he's going to have a chat with his dad now in a minute. Because there we go, puts that in the. How do they know what it is? Don't know, but there's no markings on them anyway. So he's going to have a chat with his dad. Here's Jor-El appearing before him, and says things I don't understand, because he says, by the time you see this, I will have been dead for many thousands of your years. And I know they're trying to go on about time dilation and stuff like that. But then later on in the film, they say that Krypton exploded in the 30s. So that doesn't make sense, does it? Anyway, whatever. So I was going to tell him all about stuff, and tell him who he is and what he's there for, and that, there you go, where he's from. And that he's there to protect the humans on Earth, and he can't interfere with their natural evolution. He's got a prime directive, but first he's going to show him Krypton and all that, and all these spookily sparkly effects. And then he's going to turn into a mask for some reason. There we go. I don't know why, he just did. And then we're going to hear the music over here. Superman! And it's now, I think it's 18 years later now, so we're in 1978 now. So that must be 1960 before then, mustn't it? I think it says 18 years have passed. I'm sure it says that. I don't bloody know. My only son. And I thought it said that. I thought it said something like, when you return, 18 years will have passed. I'm sure it said that. Maybe I'm mistaken. But here comes Christopher Reeve. So we first see Christopher Reeve, and really good at the wire flying effects. Really smooth and good. There we go. So, right, and then we cut to Metropolis. It's not New York, it's Metropolis. But here we are. And we're going to get introduced to Lois Lane. There she is. The late Margot Kidder. I said there's a lot of people have passed away, haven't they, that were in this. And there's Jimmy, what's his face? I'm blanking. Oh, I'm useless. Played by Mark McClure. Mark McClure. There we go. Jimmy Olsen, played by Mark McClure. Apparently she's a really good journalist, but she can't spell for toffee, apparently. So anyway. And there's Perry White, the editor of the Daily Planet. This is where we're going to get introduced to Clark Kent. There we go. There's Clark Kent. Being all nice and stuff. Pardon me. Is going to be a journalist. A mild-mannered journalist with... He's parting on that. So when he's Superman, his parting's on the opposite side, apparently. I'd never actually noticed until I read it in some trivia ones. The partings are on opposite sides. There is a story. Actually, I've got it here somewhere. I will just read it out. A story from Roger Moore's autobiography. According to Sir Roger Moore's autobiography, he witnessed Christopher Reeve walking through the canteen at Pinewood Studios in full Superman costume, oblivious to the swooning female admirers he left in his wake. If I could do a Roger Moore impression, I'd do his voice, but I can't. When he did the same thing dressed as Clark Kent, no one paid any attention. So there we go. So it works. Part your hair the other way, wear glasses, nobody will recognise you. Very interestingly, something similar happened with Harold Lloyd. When he wasn't filming movies and removed his iconic round glasses, nobody paid attention to him, at the point that no one recognised him as the famous actor he was. Lloyd was inspiration for Superman's alter ego Clark Kent, especially in the detail of the glasses to hide himself of the public eye in his civilian identity. That's what it says there, anyway. So there we go. And he's having trouble. He's pretending he can't open this bottle of fizzy pop or whatever, Coca-Cola or whatever. And then Lois just grabs hold of it and bangs it on the desk, and then he opens it and it fizzes. Or is it Perrier water? It's something in it. Anyway, right. So he's going to be following what's the face round? Lois Lane round for a while and falling in love with it and all that stuff. And we learn he's the fastest typist that Perry White's ever seen. He wants to send half his salary to his mother, his silver-haired mother. But anyway, right. So he's off. He's in Metropolis. He's off to work. By the way, the tone of the film really changes now. The first part of it were really serious. But once he's grown up and in Metropolis and being Clark Kent, the tone of the movie changes and it becomes a bit more comedic and stuff like that and light-hearted. But anyway. Right, and he says swell, as she says. People don't like that word, and for some reason, even in 1978. Anyway, they're going to get mugged now. Here we are, he's walking at wherever he's walking her. They're going to get mugged, and he shoots his gun at her. He tries to talk him out of it. Doesn't work, obviously. She kicks him, does Lois, because she's a tough 70s broad. And she kicks him, and I'm just catching it there. And the gun goes off and catches the bullet, does Clark, in slow motion. He runs off. They're a very well-dressed mugger, isn't he? Anyway. So he runs off. And he says, I must have fainted. He says, oh, my hero. And then he notices, hang on, where is it? There we go. The bullet in his hand, and he has a little smile. And anyway, and then he tells her, why did you risk your life for? And he describes the contents of her purse. It says it were a wild guess. Right, then, one. Otis, Ned Beatty. He's being followed by the cops. There's one of them, because he is the henchman of Lex Luthor. There's Richard Donner's. Is he his brother or his half brother? He's been in a lot of Richard Donner films. He's been in the Lethal Weapon films and all them. But I don't think he's called Donner, so I might have trouble finding him in the. By the way, the mugger was played by Weston Gavin. There you go. Just saw him there. Does it say? If I see his name, I'll probably recognise it. Where the heck is it? I'm probably wrong anyway. Oh dear. There we go. Steve Cahan. That's his name. And I'm sure he's related to. As a cousin. He's a cousin of Richard Donner. I thought it was his brother. He's his cousin. So a bit of nepotism. Get your family in. Why not? Why not? You can't help your family out. Who can you help? For Christ's sake. Anyway, whatever. So they're following him, and hopefully they'll lead him to the big man himself, Lex Luthor. So they follow him, and they follow him into the subway. He tries to steal something from this blind vendor, and his dog, is wise to it. There we go. He's going down into the subway. There we go. And he jumps down onto the track. There we go. Jumps down onto the track and heads into the tunnels. And one of the cops follows him. I think he sends the other fella, said, go and call for backup or whatever. So, well, he said, I'll follow him. There you go. On track 22. Anyway, Otis steps into this little alcove. And a train goes by. And as that's happening, there we go. A door opens, there we go, and he goes into Lex Luthor's secret base. So the other fella, he tries the same, but he's being watched by Lex Luthor. And there we go, safety manhole. So he's going to hide in there, and as a train comes, but obviously Lex is going to make the door go the other way. There we go. He's going to push him out into the train. And, oh no, deader. Brutal. And they find him. What's left of him? They find his hat. I'm sure the rest of him's around, here and there. And there's Lex Luthor. I imagine people were angry when they first saw that he had a full head of hair. I don't know, but I imagine there were. But it's Gene Hackman, and it was amazing, wasn't it? And he had a moustache. I think when he were offered the role, he had a moustache and he didn't want to shave it off. So I'm guessing he hadn't met Richard Donner at this point. And Richard Donner says, if you shave it off, I'll shave my moustache off. And he says, all right, then I'll shave it off. And he must have shaved it off. And then Richard Donner was wearing a false moustache and probably went, ha ha, fooled you, and you've already shaved it off. That's the story. I don't know if it's true, but he wouldn't shave his head, would he? But there are clues that he is bald in the film. Anyway, so here he is. He's in some, I don't know, unused part of the metro system. Don't know what's in there, but it's radioactive. But it's just to show us that it's all scientific because there's machinery and stuff. And there's the lovely Valerie Perrine. Or is it Perrine? Don't know. But she's lovely anyway. I think she's passed away now, hasn't she, as well? Has she? I'm going to have to check that now. I'm sure it wasn't that long ago, was it? Let me check. Oh no, she ain't dead. She ain't dead. She's still around. Sorry, Valerie. No, she's still around. But she's 81. I thought I'd seen that she'd died. Anyway. She's very buxom. And so there you go. Anyway, so Otis comes in and says, Otis, you were followed. And then knocks everything over. There's a cat-like reflexes. By the way, she's not happy that Lex murdered that policeman. She calls him sick and all that. Cause I don't know. She's a baddie, I suppose, but she does help Superman later on. Spoilers. But I don't know. I can't get my head around Miss Tessmacher. Is she a baddie or not? I don't know. But anyway, we're given a clue about what he's going to be up to. Twin nuclear missile test confirmed. So he's going to do his real estate swindle. There we go. That's the clue for he's going to be doing later on. And so it's something to do with land, which we will learn later. Anyway, I don't remember this bit. This was from the extended version, which I have watched before, but I just don't remember that bit with him lowering that into some bubbling, and I don't know. Don't remember that bit. Whatever. Anyway, right, so we're introduced to Lex Luthor. What's up with this? Oh my, yes, Lois. She's gonna go and I think she's doing an interview with the president or something. The president's on his way on Air Force One, and she's gonna fly to the airport and meet him and ask him some questions and stuff like that. Clark nearly follows her into the ladies' room, but then we see Richard Donner's hand in a minute. It says going up. Hang on, here we go. Oh, no, it must have been before that. Hang on, where are we? There we go. That's Richard. That's Richard Donner going down, going up, up, up. That's Richard Donner in the elevator. I think he is in it elsewhere as well, but I can't remember where. Right, Air Force One is on its way, but she's heading to the roof to get on a helicopter, because the Daily Planet has a helicopter on pad on the roof. There it is, and she's going to be flying to the airport in the company chopper. So here she is, but it's all going to go wrong, and all the cables are going to get tangled, and it's all going wrong, and the stuff's crashing, and oh no, exciting stuff, and somehow he gets knocked out as the pilot, and she falls out of the helicopter as it's dangling over the edge. There we go, sirens wailing. So she's hanging there for her very life, screaming, and everybody's looking up. All right, and her hat floats down just as Clark exits the building. Look, a hat just falls down there, and he notices, oh, that's Lois's hat. What's going on there? And he looks up. Hang on. He looks up and he's like, oh, crikey. There you go. He looks up and sees what's going on. So he's got to go change, but he can't change in that phone booth because it's not big enough, because he gives it a good looking up and down. So he goes and changes in a what do they call them? A rotating door. What do they call them? Well, them anyway. Here he is. So it's changed in that. So we see him now. Say, Jim, woo, nice outfit. And he says, excuse me. So off he goes. Not like a bad outfit. It's not bad, it's good. Anyway, my favourite bit of the film, honestly, is, are you ready? She's going to fall now. And I've got to play this bit because the music, it gets me every time, gives me goosebumps, because it's a deep dun-dun-dun. So here we go. If I can, she's falling, and here it comes. Oh, she's falling. There we go. Dun-dun-dun. Shivers. It does, it gives me the shivers every time. Anyway, so off he goes. Up he goes. He catches her. Here you go. He caught her. But the helicopter falls. So he catches that as well. Because he's Superman. And he takes them both up and plonks them back down. And he says to her, flying really is the safest form of travel. He says, who are you? I'm a friend. And he flies off. And then she faints. There we go. She's very bow-legged, by the way, isn't she? Have you noticed it with Margot Kidder? She couldn't stop a pig in a ginnel. If you see that, she's very bow-legged. Also in Superman 2, you see, as well. Did she ride horses or something? I don't know, but anyway. So this is Superman's first night, so he's going to be solving crimes tonight. So he's flying about. There we go. Doing a stretch. Just stretching as he's flying. Getting ready. Limbering up. And then we see some sort of cat burglar. Here he is, climbing up a building with his suckers. Doing it all that. What the hell was that? Must have been next door, I don't know. It's a weird noise behind me. So there he is, climbing up this building. Obviously he's deaf, he can't hear him. Good soundproofing, I'm guessing. So he climbed up and they see Superman standing, defying gravity. Because he does defy gravity, doesn't he? Because he can just stand on the side of a building. And then he falls. So Superman catches him. Comedy bit. Look, he catches him. And the fella looks round. Nah. So he didn't have a bottle of beer or something, innit? Won't bother with that again. So he hands him into Officer Mooney. And we see that he's got lots of hang on, where is he? Lots of jewels and stuff. There we go, in his bag. And they say confession's good for the soul. I'd listen to this man, and he flies off like a big blue bird. Officer Moon is going to say. Meanwhile, more action, because Metropolis is a crime-riddled city. It's worse than bloody Gotham, isn't it? For Christ's sake. Anyway, it's only one night. Anyway. So there's going to be a big shootout with the police going down at the docks, but they escaped to the bad guys, and they think they've got away. And I'm sure he's a famous British actor. He was in the 70s and early 80s, and I can't remember his name. I think it's him. Let's have a look, see if it says. The burglar was David Baxt Hood. Oh, it might not be. I don't know. If that's who these are, hoods, none of them names are ringing a bell. So I could be wrong. It looks like a British comedy actor, and I can't remember his name. He was in a series called... I've forgotten. It was about national service. Get One In. It was a series called Get One In, and he played like the sergeant in that. And I thought it was him, but I don't think it mustn't be. It mustn't be him. Anyway, whatever. So there he is, standing there. This fella hits him with a crowbar, and he's... And anyway, so... On this, he's telling his sergeant, his sergeant, saying, bright red cape and bright red boots, flew like a big blue bird. And he thinks he's drunk. He says, "Oh, you've been drinking. Go to the thing. I'll join you. I'm getting off in 5 minutes. I'll meet you there." But then that boat arrives, and he looks up, and there we go. We see Superman flying away. He says, "First bottle's on me. Let me get my hat." So, he's complicit in a bit of child abuse now, as in physical abuse, because he saves this kid's cat from a tree, because, Superman always saves cats from trees. It's mentioned loads of times. But he saves the cat. There we go, he grabs it, gives it back to the girl, and off he goes. Says, "Well, see ya." Off he goes. As she goes in, "This man swooped out of the sky and gave him to me. I've told you to stop telling that," and beats her because you can hear the slap. So he's, inadvertently got a kid beaten up by her parents. Anyway, here comes Air Force One. Gets struck by lightning, and one of the engines is taken out. There it is. And they're, no, and the wings damaged, and they're going to crash. But, there we go. Superman arrives, saves them. He says, "We've got the engine back." He says, "I don't know what we've got, but just fly." Is that how he says it? It isn't a real... Here we go. Fly. Just fly. Anyway. Right, so... he's gone back to the Fortress of Solitude now. I think this is another bit of the extended bits. And I think he's asking about, he's had a good time saving people, but he's telling him how you mustn't interfere, and you've got to keep your secret identity and all that stuff. And if you fall, if people find out your secret identity, those close to you will become targets for your enemies and stuff like that. That's what he's telling him. So even though we're indestructible, they're not, and all that stuff, right? So we're learning all about Superman now. There's Miss Tessmacher sunbathing under a UV lamp with that ombre solaire. There you go, ombre solaire. They still sell that. Ombre solaire suntan lotion. This is where we get his clue that Mr. Luther's bald, because we see him there. He's obviously not there because you can see he's got a sideburn, but never mind. He's swimming there, and. Says he's going to get Mr. Luther's robe. Have I missed it? Have I gone? Oh, there we go. We see Luther's toupees and wigs and stuff. So that's a clue that he's actually bald, and none of his hair's real. Anyway, so Luther's not happy that there's a Superman about. So they've got to find a way to stop him. Meanwhile, Daily Planet, Cape Wonder, Stun City, Blue Bomb, Buzzers, Metropolis. Meanwhile, the Daily Bugle saying Spider-Man, Menace is J. Jonah. So he's saying we need to, because the helicopter thing happened at the Daily Bugle, Daily Planet. It says we've got to associate Superman with the Daily Planet, put them together like bacon and eggs and all that stuff. She gets a note tonight at 8, your place, hopefully. A friend, and she thinks, that's Superman because he said he was a friend. But I think it's actually just a note from Clark, because she does have a date with Clark. we learn. But anyway. There's good. He's asking her, who's his girlfriend? And it's me, I'm his girlfriend. And there's, who's his favourite ball team? And he's about to answer because he's stupid. I don't know. What's the football team in Smallville or Kansas? I don't know. Kansas City, whatever's. I don't know. Anyway, so he sends them all out to get the story on Superman, but she's going to get the scoop with a long scene that goes on way too long. The "Can you read my mind" thing. It's obviously a poem, isn't it, that she's reciting. Maybe it was supposed to be a song. Maybe Margot Kidder can't sing. I don't know, but she just speaks it. But anyway, here he comes. Look, he's here. Look, he's here. Flies onto. I mean, good job she's got a nice patio or balcony or whatever you want to call it. She must get a lot of money because I imagine that sort of thing isn't cheap in a big city like Metropolis. But anyway, whatever. Hey, right, so she's going to interview him now, and she's smoking a cigarette, and he X-rays her lungs. I've missed over that bit. You shouldn't do that. Yes, cancer, right? Hang on, there was looking now. Look, there we go. No, her lungs are fine, albeit red. Anyway, she offers him some drink. Says, no, don't drink when I fly. Very wise. So he's going to ask you, so, where are you from? Krypton. Oh, Krypton, that's C-R-I, because remember she can't spell. No, it's K-R-Y. And, we'll find out he eats, and he's, 6'3" or whatever, and 225, and all that stuff. Anyway, so he's going to basically take her flying. There we go. So that's what's going to happen now. Oh, we also learned that this planter is made of lead, because she asks, what colour's my underwear? And he says, and she thinks he's embarrassed. But he can't see through the planter because it's made of lead. And she obviously put that in the article. Superman can't see through red. Have you got that? Enemies of Superman. Sometimes there's too much information to give out, isn't there? But anyway, they're going to go flying. There we go, Krypton, K-R-Y. Then she's got pink underwear. Do you like pink? Yes, I like pink very much. Right, anyway. So he does the truth, justice, and American way. That's what he's here for. Must be reason for you to be here. There we go. To fight for truth, justice, and she scoffs at it because this is after Watergate and all that, isn't it? Where not everybody now is trustful of government and all that stuff. And she says, he'll be fighting every elected politician in the country. But he's a hopeful chap. Is Clark Kent and Superman. Right, so he's going to take a flying now. So here we go. Off they go. This is the love theme or whatever that's playing. So they're flying over Metropolis. And by the way, special effects, they are good for the time. It's not ILM or anybody like that. It's Derek Meddings and his team. Derek Meddings most famous for doing effects for like Thunderbirds, for that Jerry Anderson stuff. Meddings Magic, or his company, wasn't it? He died young as well, didn't he, Derek Meddings? Which is sad. But he were really good at miniatures and stuff like that, and all that stuff. So he did most of the effects, especially all the miniature effects. But they did really well with the flying scenes, and they said, "You will believe a man can fly." They did really well, even though it's it's not like CG or anything like that. It's all like what you call that traditional optical effects, isn't it? Anyway, there you go. The flying past Metropolis obviously has a Statue of Liberty, just like New York has. Oh dear. And then they fly over the moon. They should do like the bat wing just appear and then go back down, like in Batman '89. So Gotham's over there. Anyway, there you go. She's flying, and then she falls because she's stupid. Because they're just taking risks. Look, and she's falling because she didn't have a heart attack or whatever, but he does catch her. And then she goes into the "Can you read my mind?" And it is a poem because it does rhyme. But You're just a friend from another star, and it's all it's all girly stuff. It's for the girls, in it. So this film does have broad appeal. But anyway, so they're flying about. Here we are, and he drops her off, and she nearly faints again. She goes all lightheaded, and maybe it's oxygen deprivation from a high altitude escapades. I don't know, but off he goes. So anyway, then Clark arrives, because you never see Superman and Clark Kent in the same room at the same time. But then we did have a date tonight, remember? So I think it was Clark that sent that note. It was both of them, wasn't it? Clark and Superman, wasn't it? But he must have said to her, that note was from me, we've got a date. But anyway, whatever. Right, so they're going for it. And he almost tells her, that's it, this bit, he almost tells her. And you see he's got his glasses on. Hang on, just put his glasses on. Look, you see he's a bit hunched, and then he takes his glasses off, and he straightens up, look, and becomes Superman. Kal-El, whatever. But then changes his mind, and he puts his glasses back on. He goes, Lois, I've got something I want to tell you. 'Cause that's my impression of Superman. And then he goes, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really nervous. But anyway. Right, so, learning all about Superman, and how we can't see through lead. That's the main thing, isn't it? But and also that he's from Krypton, and now, because Lex Luthor's super brainy, it's where we learn that what's its face? Krypton exploded in the 30s, and bits of it arrived on Earth in the form of meteorites, and one landed in Addis Ababa. There, 1948. There we go. What did that say? Whatever. It's 6'4", not 6'3". So they're going to go to Addis Ababa and get this meteorite from Krypton, because it's got kryptonite in it, and Lex Luthor's, because he's brainy, he says the I can't remember what he says. The radiation in the kryptonite will render him, human or whatever. That's what he's going to do. So there you go. They're going to Addis Ababa. Are we going to Addis Ababa, Mr. Luthor? What are they wearing? Looks like a burnous. There we go. There we go. What did he say there? The specific radioactivity. That's what he says. But so it'll be lethal to him. So that's what they're going to get that for. And they're going to kill people and get it. And she's complicit in it. So she's a baddie as well. But anyway, so this is part of their plan. They've got other stuff to do as well. They're driving this car by remote control, we learn. There it is. And he's going to flip it. There we go, Danforth Missile Proving Grounds near there. So here he is. He's going to flip this car. It's a good stunt. Oh, there's Valerie getting ready to for her bit. She's well fit, isn't she? I must admit she is. But here it goes. He's going to flip this car. There it goes. Good stunt. How many times did it roll? Don't know. I think the record's 7 times, which were done in Casino Royale, wasn't it? They rolled that Aston Martin, didn't they? And it broke the record. So it rolled 8 times. The record was 7. It rolled 8 times, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, let's make sure we're still going. Yes, we are. Day. Right, so he's rolled that car, and she's going to lie out next to it and pretend that she's been in a dreadful car accident. But she hasn't got a scratch on her, but she's unconscious and looking very seductive. A woman in a red dress, red shoes. You know what they say about that? And Otis is, while they're occupied with him, is this Larry Hagman? I think this is Larry Hagman, isn't it? Yes, it is. Larry Hagman is there. So while they're dealing with her, so gather round. About face. He's going to give her CPR, vigorous chest massage, and mouth to mouth. And while they're doing with that, Otis has snuck onto the missile. It's got this truck that they're with got a missile on it, or as they say in America, a missile. So he's opening that up, And as we see, he's got to put in some numbers in a minute. Oh, look, he's already doing it. There you go. He's got some numbers written on his arm that he's got to punch into the guidance computer or whatever. Then Lex Luthor arrives as a paramedic or whatever. There's somebody hurt. So get her in the ambulance and off they go. And then Otis finishes his task and they pick him up. And he says, I did it, Mr. Luthor, I did it. And he says, oh, it's not like I don't trust you, Otis, but I don't trust you, Otis. What did you do? So he says, I set the first directional vector to 38, the second to, the 67, and the third one to 117. He says, no, the third one. He says, what about the fourth one? He says, what? The third one was 11, and the fourth one was 7. So anyway, so he punches Otis in the face. And they've got to. I don't think that they don't do it again. I think that one is heading somewhere else. Is that the one then that's going to go to Hackensack, New Jersey? I'm guessing it is. It just happened to put in the coordinates for Hackensack, New Jersey. I'm guessing. Because there's another missile here that they're going to reprogram, but Miss Tessmacker's doing it this time, and then we can see Otis is he's being punched by Mr. Luthor. Anyway, so they've got another plan now. Here it is. There they are. They're in a big motorhome thing with a big house on the back. Here it is. There it is. Not a truck with a house on the back. They're not supposed to be on that road. That road's supposed to be closed. So I don't know where he's getting all this stuff from, Acme or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, while he's distracting them, because this is a different mishap, because there's no Larry Hagman with these. This is another one. This is Air Force. The others one were Army. These are Air Force, I think. Or is it Navy? I can't remember what he says. So he calls him Sergeant. That's Navy, it says there. Look, there we go, US Navy. There we go. Oh, there's a Navy there. Oh, I'm a lieutenant. You're talking to a naval officer, that's what he says. Anyway, while they're distracting that, she's climbing aboard and doing all her stuff. And doing it right. Meanwhile, Jimmy is at the Hoover Dam. Because Lois is there as well now. She's gone to interview a Native American chap about somebody who's been buying up land east of Los Angeles and all that, in the desert of California. But he's at the Hoover Dam, which is in Arizona. But never mind. And there you go. She's doing the interview in the car as she's driving. Well, couldn't they stop somewhere for her to do the interview because she nearly crashes? But anyway, but he's saying, if he wants to pay all that money for this worthless land, good luck to him. He says, okay, that's cool. Anyway, Clark's at the office, and they're all watching this double rocket launch that's going to happen. Pennywise, I can never bloody remember names. Pennywise talking to Clark, giving him some advice, and he's saying, you've got to be a go-getter because you're too, he's too humble. He's too humble and meek. He's mild-mannered, isn't he? He's a mild-mannered reporter. But while that's happening, suddenly he hears a message from Lex Luthor. There go, the dogs start barking. He hears this noise that only he and dogs can hear. And it's a message from Luthor saying he's going to kill loads of people. So he's going to go and track him down. And I don't understand this bit. I mean, in the rotating door, I think fair enough. He can spin around in that really fast and nobody will see him getting changed. But in this one, it's just magic. He just jumps out the window in a minute. Here he goes. He just jumps out the window, and as he's falling, his clothes just magically turn into Superman's clothes. But he's still got his. Hang on, there you go. But he's still got his trousers on. He's got his Superman top and his cape, but he's still got his Clark Kent kecks. Do they change? No, they don't change. Do they? Oh, they have now. Look, he's got his Superman boots there now. Guessing we didn't see the whole transformation. But how did that happen? I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, So he's flying through Metropolis, tracking down where the signal's coming from. There we go. Oh, look, it's Superman. It's Superman. And, right, so he's going to land here now, and he's going to drill into the earth. I think, the city engineers or whatever might have a problem with this. He isn't setting up cones or a thing to stop people falling into this hole he's about to make. But anyway, off he goes. He's going to drill into the earth. There he goes. Whee! Everybody's just looking into this big hole. Right, so he arrives down here. These are some extra bits that aren't in the theatrical version that we're going to see. So he arrives at Luther's lair. There we go. They're shooting him with machine guns. We don't see all this. He just does that, and then it is in the theatrical version. He just arrives in Lex Luthor's lair. So they shoot him, and then I think they try and just doing all that shooting, and then I think they try burning him with flamethrowers. There we go. Obviously, that's not doing anything either. What does he do next? Or is that it? I can't remember. Then he goes over the big catwalk. Oh, and he's going to freeze him now. But he's fine. He's fine. He doesn't get frozen. Look. He's just going to burst out of the ice, isn't he, in a minute? Here he comes. Anyway, right, so, and then he arrives, and he bursts the door down. He's coming, Mr. Luthor. And he smashes the door in. There we go. And he says, my attorney will be in touch about the door. And then we learn that he wasn't going to kill loads of people after all. It was just a ruse to get him there. And so he tells him his dastardly plan. There we go. We see the missiles launching. There they go. Oh, look, we see the smoke ring come out that often get mistaken for UFOs. Loads of, well, not loads, but a few UFO, quote, UFO photos of these smoke rings that have come from either chimneys or missile launchers or stuff like that. It happens when the rocket comes out of the silo. Anyway, whatever. There they go. One's heading for the San Andreas Fault, one's heading for Hackensack, New Jersey. We learn. So he's telling him all about it. It's going to blow up the San Andreas Fault, make California or the East Coast fall into the sea. Would that happen in real life? Probably not, but whatever. It's a film. So there we go. That's what he's going to do. He says it works out if he just hits it right there. He's found the optimum place, and bye bye East, bye bye West Coast. Did I say East Coast before? Whatever. Bye bye West Coast. Hello, new West Coast. My West Coast, he says. Pardon me. We learn it's him that's been buying up all the land. There we go. We learn that this will be the new West Coast with Tessmacher Peaks, Marina del Lex, Lutherville, Lex Springs, maybe, Lexington, and Otisburg with the S the wrong way around. He goes, Otisburg! He says, Miss Tessmacher's got her own place. Otisburg! Anyway, yes, Lex Springs. So there we go. So he's going to own all that new land, and he'll be rich beyond his wildest aspirations. But anyway, there we go. That's where we learn that the optimum stress point is right there. Dun, dun, dun. So he's got to go and stop the missiles now. We're going to see. This is what's her face? Lois still, isn't it? She drops off this fella. I don't think this is in the theatrical version where she drops off the Native American chap. So she's just heading up. She's going to go and pick up. I think she's heading to pick up Jimmy Olsen. She's heading that way. There she is. Then we learn the missiles are off course. Oh, there's John Ratzenberger. He's in. Is he in the second one as well? Or no, I'm thinking Shane Rimmer's in the second one, isn't he? This is John Ratzenberger. Pig from Toy Story. There's been loads of other stuff as well. He's in Empire Strikes Back, for crying out loud. Anyway. And they can't blow it. One's off course. I think they're both off course. And they can't destroy them, so because it's all going wrong. Anyway. Oh, there's the this is another bit that in the theatrical version, the president can't. It's not working. Is the self-destruct what the president has or whatever? There we go. Oh no, it's just the red phone, isn't it? It's not the self-destruct. The president's stuck in a bunker. Look. Oh dear. So I thought there were space balls then. Had him sign my ham at a con. I've got his autograph. I've met him at a convention as well. Well, my son's got his autograph of Ham, and I've got his autograph of the character who played in Empire Strikes Back. Good old John Ratzenberger. Anywhere in Cheers, wasn't he? Anyway, so they're still talking away. They go, Mr. Smacker! I said, where's the rocket now? It's going like a bat over the Grand Canyon. And but he says, you know, he can destroy them with his detonator. He says, but it's hidden away. So where is it? So you know, he looks around and then he thinks he's hidden it in a lead box. And then he opens the box. I can hide it from me in lead. So he opens it and it's kryptonite. Ha ha! So he puts it round his neck. And so that's it. Superman's dying. He pushes him into the water. Ah! And he says, you know, Lex, all those people are going to die. You don't even know where the other missile's going. He says, I know exactly where it's going. Hackensack, New Jersey. And she's like, oh, my mother lives in Hackensack. And there you go. Ah. So she decides to help Superman so her mother doesn't get killed. But she helps him on the condition that she stops the missile that's heading for Hackensack first. So he's watching all that going on. So she's going to jump in and get all wet. Yes, I meant to say it like that. So she's going to jump. She's actually saying, you know, I'll help you if you promise to stop the missile that's heading to Hackensack. And there she is. She jumps in. And she gives him a big kiss as well. She gets him out, and before she takes the kryptonite thing off, she gives him a kiss. Because, you know, why not? But anyway, then she takes that off, and it goes and falls forever lost to wherever that's gone. And he says, okay, why did you kiss me? Oh, of course, I didn't think you'd let me otherwise. I always end up with the bad guys, all that stuff. So he says, stand back. And remember, he's promised, because he never lies, he's promised he'll stop the missile heading for Hackensack first. So he does that. So he flies through the ceiling, much like when he was a baby. And off he goes, heading for the New Jersey one or whatever. So here he goes. There was actually a scene, I think, that were cut out that I think did appear in some TV cuts. She's still driving. Where it stops flying in front of one of the missiles and it like avoids him. It flies round him because it's got avoidance systems or something. And that, but they've cut that out of this bit maybe. Anyway, it's chasing that. Oh no, this is it, isn't it? This is the bit. Oh, there we go. No, it's in. Look, there we go. It goes round him. I thought that had been cut out. Put it back in, obviously. Right, so chasing after that, and there we go. And this one, he pushes off into space. This one heads off into space. Does that one? And that is the one that's supposed to blow up in space and free Non and Ursa and General Zod. But it just goes off into space and we never see it again. It might blow up. I can't actually remember. Does it? No, we don't see it again. It's off into space. Maybe it's heading into the sun. I don't know. And as he's up, I don't think it blows up. She's still driving a blooming car. She stops at a petrol station, but there's nobody there. And she runs out of gas. Hang on, I've missed it, haven't I? There we go. As he's in space, he's heading back down, and the other missile strikes, and we see the explosion down there. We do see it. There it is. There it is. A nuclear mushroom cloud, which instantly starts making the... I'm saying the Hoover Dam. It might not be. I don't know. It looks like it. Maybe. I don't know. That's going to break. There we go. And the San Andreas fault's destabilising. But Superman flies into the fault. So he's going to save the day. But he's not going to save everyone. She sets off again. And then so there's earthquakes and stuff happening now. Massive earthquakes. 80 million on the Richter scale. It's like 2012. and everything's all collapsing. Look, all the telephone poles and all that are falling down, and kids are getting crushed under the Hollywood sign. Yay! I don't remember this bit either. So kids are getting killed under the Hollywood sign. Yeah, all the Kennys, if you watch. I forgot his name now. That Canadian fella that does movie reviews. Oh, what's he called now? Brandon Tenold. There we go. He don't like kids. He calls them Kennys. Anyway, so there we go. See all this stuff sounding. People being injured and killed, and there's the Golden Gate Bridge all going to start collapsing. Great model work again. What a social commentary. Yes, thank you. Bloody kids. Great model work from Derek Meddings showing the Golden Gate Bridge getting buggered up. And the train is going to be in peril now because who's he? He's going, look out! With his goats. It's some simple goat herd. Has he changed his coat? I don't know. Anyway, it's all kicking off everywhere. Superman can't be everywhere all at once, can he? There we go. School bus is nearly going over the edge. Superman's holding up the earth like Charles Atlas. He's repairing the San Andreas fault somehow from one place. He must know the exact places to go to. There goes the Hollywood. What? So he's pushing that back up and it's making the Hollywood sign re-erect itself. Do you think they put that in the wrong place? I think they might have done. I don't know. That doesn't make sense, does it? That's stupid. Oh dear. Anyway, meanwhile, Golden Gate Bridge is collapsing, but Superman comes in, saves these kids on this bus. Yay. Saves them. But there we go, more earthquakes. Oh no, this train's heading for this big crack in this whatever. So here he comes, the Superman. There we go. He's going to fly. Hang on, I've missed a bit. There we go. He flies it, and he becomes a rail line thing. It'd still derail the train, you'd think, wouldn't you? Because if it were a British train, it was a bloody wrong type of snow derails our trains. But anyway, there we go. That goes over him. Here goes the dam. There it goes. Poor Jimmy Olsen's hanging on for dear life. Electric things are blowing up. It's all kicking off. Look, oh no. Superman comes and saves some people, and I think he just gets Jimmy Olsen in time. Jimmy Olsen's about to fall. There he goes. Jimmy Olsen falls, but he saves him just in the nick of time. Plops him down. Meanwhile, at the end of our street, people are running. Because the water's flooding down the valley. This bit here that's coming up here is not a Derek Meddings effect, because he'd to go off and work on. I think it was James Bond, the next James Bond film. I think Moonraker. To go off and work on that. I think it was Moonraker. So he couldn't do this effect, and you can tell it's not a Derek Meddings effect. It's not very good. Rest of the Justice League is just dicking around, says Wingrace. They're obviously not about, have they? Wonder Woman will still be on. Oh no, she's been around since World War II as Wonder Woman, hasn't she? Anyway, whatever. I'm sure they're doing their bit elsewhere. Batman don't care. He's in Gotham. He don't give a monkeys. Anyway. So they're running for their lives. There we go. He plops Jimmy down in the middle of nowhere. There we go. The dam breaks. Oh no. So he's got to go and stop all that water from washing that town away. Eh dear. Shouldn't put your town at the end of a valley where there's a massive dam, really, should you? Common sense, really, isn't it? But never mind. See, all the earthquakes are still going on, by the way. Even though he's stopped the San Andreas fault from collapsing and the East Coast from falling into the sea, there's still earthquakes going on. And Lois's car falls into a big crack in the ground and starts filling up with earth. But Superman's got to stop this. There we go. And he blocks up the valley with rocks and debris. There we go. Not a Derek Meddings effect. But anyway. But anyway, so there we go. He saves them. There we go. And but while all this is going on, Lois is dying in her car. Is it going to show it? Is it going to show it? Because he's going to hear her now dying. A bit of water comes out, but it's fine. I think. Is it? Hang on. Has he not done? Is this another extra bit that I've not seen? I tell you, I should have watched this earlier on, shouldn't I? No, the water's coming again. Look. So what's he going to do now? I don't know. He's going to use his laser vision, isn't he? Or is he going to freeze it? I don't know. Or is he just... Maybe everything's fine. I don't know. But anyway. He hears Lois dying. There she is. Coughing. Lois, I've got to come and save you. So he goes and pulls her car out. In a minute. Here it is. I don't know what happened with all that other water. Anyway, never mind. Maybe he just irrigated the land and everything was fine. Maybe that's what happened. Alright, pulls the car out, but it's too late. She's gone as Lois. So he's angry. He's angry now, he's Clark. I can't use his laser. Hasn't he got like laser vision or whatever, or some breath that can bring people back to life? Magic? I don't know, but obviously not. So he gets angry now and he's going to do his Klingon death roar like Worf does. When Kalar is killed, there he goes, "Ah!" Flies off into the clouds and sees his dad's face. Superman 1.5 should be just a ton of time loops where he can't save her no matter how hard he tries. This is how many, for all we know, he might have done it loads of times. And we just saw the last one. But anyway, and he goes, flies off into the clouds, sees his dad's face in the cloud, saying, "You cannot interfere with inhuman history." He says, "Shut up, Dad, shut up. I'm not listening." While his human father is saying, "You were put here for a reason," and all that stuff. And forbidden, reason, helping people, not allowed. So it flies round the earth really, really quickly. It doesn't make the earth spin backwards. That's some people think that he's making the earth spin backwards by flying around it. It's not. It's making time go backwards, isn't it? But so what we're seeing is him going. He's going back in time and making time reverse. Like Flash. Yes, like Flash in. Is it Crisis on Infinite Earths? Is it that one? Whatever. No. Flashpoint. Flashpoint. That's what I'm thinking of. When his mother gets killed. That one. Anyway, whatever. Then someone else's Then someone else's dad says, "Sorry, don't know why I'm here. Good luck, bud." Yes, they could do good. Anyway, so there he goes, flying around the earth really fast. Look, it's going that fast, it's making him pull a face. So it's reversed because time's going backwards. So it stops it at a certain point. He saved Jimmy Olsen. That's the main bit. Jimmy Olsen must be a nexus point, because Jimmy Olsen's safe where he is. So he's just stopped the dam coming out, and it gets Lois's car, doesn't go in the big hole in the ground. So that I think it must look down her. So she's out of the hole. Right, go the other way. I'm not making the earth spin the other way. I'm just going forward in time again a little bit, just to get time going back at normal speed or whatever. Don't overthink it. Anyway, she's fine now. And he arrives and he says, "Oh," she's angry with him, saying, "Oh, where's a superhero when you need, a Man of Steel or whatever, when you need one? Gas stations exploding and telegraph poles falling in the road." He says, "Well, I've been a bit busy, Lois." And she says, "Well, bloody hell, I thought we were an item." She done. She says, "Okay, fair enough." But Jimmy Olsen's angry with him. But anyway. Just to say, if Superman could reverse time like that, the forces would have shattered Earth. That's it. We haven't to overthink it, have we? Oh dear. Yes, it probably would. I don't know. Anyway, and did time? Was it just Earth's time that he reversed, or was it the whole universe? Well, the whole universe go back in time a minute or so, or whatever it was. Or is it Omega 13? Well, just 13 seconds, whatever. Anyway, never mind. Anyway, so she's that's where she's saying gas station blowing up, blah blah blah. I says I want a bit busy. I says, oh, okay. And then Jimmy, they're about to kiss. Jimmy Olsen arrives saying, "Oh, thanks, Superman. You put me in the middle of the thing with scorpions and all that stuff." And he says, "Oh, no, never mind, Jimmy. Anyway, I've got some stuff to do." So he flies off. And then she thinks, because he says to Jimmy, "Oh, what if Mr. Kent had seen this or whatever? Where are we? There we go. Too bad Mr. Kent didn't see all this." And she says, "Yeah, how come you never see Clark Kent and Superman in the same room at the same time?" Yeah, oh no, that's silly. And so anyway, right, so they're saved. He's flying. He's got to head back to get Luther, hasn't he? Is this another extra scene? Is this? I don't remember this one either. I have watched it, but it's been a while. So here comes Superman. Oh, he's been torturing Miss Tessmacher because she defied him, didn't she? But she stays with him. Hang on, what's happening here? And there's Superman. Oh, a creature's growl and snarl. Oh, so he were feeding something down there. I wonder what's down there then. I have no idea. When they were lowering that carcass down there, they must be feeding something. Windgrace, what has Lex Luthor got down there? I have no idea. Anyway, he saved her from it. And he's going to put... tells Miss Tessmacher's mother, sends her love. So, obviously, he lets Miss Tessmacher go, because she helped him, but he's taking Otis and Lex Luthor to prison. No trial, just straight to prison, don't pass go, don't collect $200, straight there. Anyway, where were we? We're going to simply change the cosmological constant of the universe. Yes, well, yeah. He obviously just did, didn't he? Like Q does. It says Omega 13, yes, that's what it was. Gravitational time dilation concept or something. Starro. Oh, no, what Starro is, because it was in that Suicide Squad film, wasn't it? Or Bizarro. I have no idea. He's got something down there. Maybe it mentions it, I don't know. Anyway, Luthor takes his wig off. Look, we see he's bald. So I think when he turns his head, you can see that it's. You can see that where his skull cap is. Is it showing it? Oh, never mind. It didn't do it, is it? Or maybe I'm thinking of Superman 2 when we see him in prison bald. Maybe that's it. Anyway, so they're in prison, and the warden thanks Superman for everybody. We're all part of the same team, and he flies off. There he goes. Whee! And then he flies up into the outer atmosphere, soaks up some sun for his next adventure, and he's going to smile at us now. And here we go. He's going to head to camera, give us a smile. There we go, and off he goes to Superman 2. And then the film ends. Amazing film, one of the greatest films ever made. I love Superman. And I like Superman 2 as well. I really like it. I'm one of these weird people that prefers the Richard Lester Superman 2 to the Richard Donner Superman 2. I'm sorry, I just do. I like the France part. I like the Eiffel Tower bit with the bomb. I think that's good. But anyway, that's by the by. So there we go. That's the end of Superman, the movie. Alexander and Ilya Solkind. They never reached the heights, did they, of this again? After they did the other Superman films, well, they did the next two, didn't they? I think for 4 it moved to canon, didn't it? The Golan and Globus combination, that they buggered up Superman 4, didn't they? But they tried to do not Superman. They did Santa Claus the movie, didn't they? And they tried to give that little Superman spice, didn't they? And it didn't really work. Anyway. Anywho, so there we go. Justin says, that's what I love about old school Superman, a man of hope. Yes, he is, because he gives a little smile at the end. We're all safe under Superman's vigilant care. That's what it's all about. So make sure there's nothing at the end, because you never know, they might have added something at the end. Loads of stuff I've not noticed before. I'm going to go back to that bit with whether we're going to feed feed a Miss Tessmacher to whatever. I wonder if it says something. Now then, let's have a look. There we go. So I'm going to go through it slowly. You must have been wonderful. So he's singing away. I'm just going through this, seeing if they say anything about who they're feeding her to, or what they're feeding her to. There we go, lowering her down. Why, Lex, why? Because I love you, Miss Tessmacher. Come on, say something. Screaming, rumbling, Superman saves her. Creatures growl and snarl. I'm going to go back again and just play you to see. No, there's no dialogue, is there, telling us what the creatures are. I'm going to look it up. Justin says, love part 2, though a bit more. Oh, there you go. I like them. I do, probably equally, to be honest. But because this is the first one, it's got that little bit extra. Right. In Superman extended version, what are the creatures Luthor has? Right. In Superman extended version, specific. No, not that one. No, not that one. No, they're talking about Batman versus Superman. What are you talking about? Not talking about that. I put in Superman 1978 extended version. I have no idea. Oh, hang on, what's this? What's this one here? Right, just bear with me. Let's go back down. Right, feeding the babies, he says. The babies were hungry, Mr. Luthor. Right. And then later, it doesn't say what they are, they're just his babies. Deleted is what they're on about, where there's going to feed his Tessmacher to them. But I don't think it's telling us what they are. It's just a mystery, I think. Mystery monsters that we don't see. Fair enough. It says, too bad it doesn't fight a giant spider. It would have done, wouldn't it, in Superman Lives with Nicolas Cage. You know what, I've still not seen The Flash. Movie. I'm going to have to get round to watching that. Because that's got Nicolas Cage in, hasn't it? Briefly. Kneel before Zod. Yes, that's too, isn't it? It's a cool film. They did Zod dirt in the Henry Cavill Superman movie. Yeah, it wasn't as good, was it? Why didn't he just put his hand over his eyes? Why did he have to break his neck? Anyway, whatever. He did in The Flash, finally. Yes, apparently. That's, I'm going to have to get round to watching it. Anywho, we're done. We'll leave it there. That's it. Superman the movie. One of my favourite films of all time. I'm going to have to watch all that extended. I've seen the extended version before, obviously. Ooh. I've reached my target. My steps. It always goes off. Because I've been waving my arms about. Flash Zod was a beast. I can't remember. It's not great, but I had a few moments. That's how I'll get round to it eventually. I forgot what I was saying now. Oh my, yes, one of my favourite films. Really, really good. If you want to watch it, it'll be on. If you're in America, it'll be on Max, I imagine, because it's a Warner Brothers film, isn't it? In the UK, you can get it on Amazon Prime UK. You can rent or buy it. Rent or buy it on YouTube. You get the Blu-rays and DVDs, whatever. Anyway, Justice says it's worth it for Keaton. I'm going to have to. You know what? I might watch it now after this show. I might stick it on because I've got it. I'm just not going on to watching it. But anyway, right. Looks like I've got all the MCU movies that are out so far, and I've still not watched Thor: Love and Thunder. I've watched all the others, even the ones that are rubbish, stuff like Eternals, which I didn't mind, and Marvels, again, which, not the worst film I've ever seen. I've never got through all of Thor: Love and Thunder. I can't get through that. It's a terrible film. It's bloody awful. But anyway, that's by the by. Right, going now. So thanks, Justin34 and Win Grace, for keeping me company. Apologies if I were late or early. I don't know how it works because in America your clocks have gone forward. Hours don't go forward until March the 30th. So it'll be like this for a couple of weeks. But anyway, nothing they can do about that, is there? Right, so what's coming up next? Wednesday, I will this week be doing my top 5 movies and loads of honourable mentions of my movies of 1990. I think it's 1990, isn't it? Yes, 1990 this week. And I haven't decided what next week's films are. No, I haven't decided what this week's Friday Night Apart with Fear is, and I haven't decided what next week's Magnificent Monday is. I'll think of something. Right, so we'll leave it there. So thanks for watching, and wherever you are, look after each other. Hang on, where are we? There it is. Look after each other, and until next time, I'll say there. And don't forget to like and subscribe and all that stuff. I'll say there.